you have teens at home that love to dance or rap? Are you looking for a safe and inspiring activity for them during spring break? The Crimson Coast Dance Society is ready to host youth at the annual Spring Break Dance event, now in its 17th year, which focuses on the youth artist. Crimson Coast Artistic Director and founder Holly Bright and assistant facilitator of the Body Talk program, Samantha Titian-Prince, are here to share with us how your teens can explore their creative side at this event, which celebrates youth, leadership, and culture. Good day, Holly. So, what can participants and audience members expect at the 2021 Hip-Hop Powwow?
Hi, Jane. Thank you so much for having us here today. The youth are going to have an opportunity to experience some teachings by phenomenal artists. They are all youth motivational speakers and have stories that motivate youth and that young teens can really relate to. And they'll also experience a touch into many different cultures. And we're really excited to have such an array this year. The teens who organized this couldn't decide who they wanted to study with. And we thought, well, let's just see what we can do to have all of their dreams come true for the spring break. So the youth who participate will learn online. They'll have some classes, dance, drumming, teachings by Elder Gary Manson, and the day's scheduled just for them, so that there's a little break between, a little lunch, and a gathering at the end. And so they'll experience culture and hip hop.
Sounds like a match made in heaven to me. So I have to say, this is the second event that Crimson Coast is having to plan during the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic started last year, just prior to your event. So what kind of an impact does that have on hosting an event like this?
This is actually an anniversary, I guess we could say, because COVID arrived last March and we were just about to go live with our Body Talk program, and we had to pivot immediately like everyone else. So we're doing it again this year with a little more notice, which is nice. It does impact every single aspect. It impacts the producers. We required to essentially become a broadcast studio and understand how to produce shows on air, so to speak. And we had to, at that time, learn, the artists themselves required to learn how to deliver their classes online. So we happen to have a woman who's technically directing this show or this event this year, Jamie Black, who helped everyone understand how to get on Zoom. All of the participants required to learn how to be on Zoom. And in terms of delivering materials, we got to integrate our delivery on Zoom with access to Google Drive. So there was just a lot of networking of an event to offer it so that people are able to participate fully, but not in person.
Right.
Yeah.
So parents don't have to be worried, completely safe, absolutely an online event, lots of social distancing, and the best part, no masks required, right? We get to see everyone's beautiful faces.
And those who are in a room will have masks on. There's the Body Talk Youth Crew will be in the Zoom studio as part of the delivery, and the artists will as well. So they'll have masks on, but those who are online, who are participating through registration, will not.
So Samantha, tell me, who are the Body Talk Crew, and what was the inspiration behind this year's program?
Thanks, Jane, for having me. The Body Talk Crew are a group of non-Indigenous and Indigenous youth ranging from 13 to 18 years old. And they are exploring opportunities in a possible career in the arts and event planning. And so the program has been able to help through Indigenous teachings and skills development, as well as community mentoring. So for them to be able to come together as a group, they've been able to make decisions, like Holly had mentioned, on who the artists that they wanted to come in, and also experiencing what it's like to sit on a meeting with the manager and the artist, and just having that background experience. So it's for youth, by youth, which is our inspiration, because throughout this pandemic with COVID, it's been extremely difficult for our youth to connect with each other. And so having them be able to participate in this way gives a great sense of accomplishment, I feel like, when the event is over. And
well, you know what, that's a really good point. You know, during COVID, Samantha, a major focus for professionals and families alike have been on mental wellness and resiliency. So it sounds like the Body Talk program really supports that. Now, I know you've got a pretty wide-ranging influence of artists this year. So you've got everything from African dance and drums to PoW dancing. You've got Salish teachings with Snuneymuxw elder Gary Manson, rap, writing. I mean, there's something for every artistic bent in this program, isn't there?
There definitely is, and I really appreciate you mentioning the effect that COVID has had on our youth. Our youth's mental health, and we've been able to continue on with our programming through Zoom and continuing creating that cultural and safe space for them to explore their passion and be able to still connect every week and work together has definitely impacted them, because they're still showing up and they're still participating. And that's what we want to continue on doing, and in hopes to next year that they become the mentors to our new crew, which we'll be recruiting soon.
Okay, so back to you, Holly. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about things like cost to participate. So this is two things. We have workshops from March 22nd to the 26th. And then there's also a public presentation. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, the youth will be online from 10 to 5 every day, Monday to Friday, and they'll be building a little repertoire of activity or phrases and songs and dances that they're able to share along with the artists in a show that culminates at the end of the week. So you can register and you can find out all the details about who is there facilitating and what the schedule is and how to participate fully at crimsoncoastdance.org. You can call us at 250-716-3230. Sign up your team and then get your ticket, share it with your community. What's really important about this process is that youth are in this place of going from adolescence to adulthood. And this is a really important step where their voice begins to be heard. They put in practice what they're interested in learning, and then they present it to the community and it's received by the community. One thing that I notice is that Indigenous have as important a voice as elders and as adults and babies. Everyone is important and everyone works together. And it's one of the beautiful lessons that we get to learn. So I can't say enough about this. And I really am excited about how the community comes together to share this event at the culminating performance.
Okay. And the cost for folks to participate?
We offer this on a sliding scale. We wish to make space for everyone, no matter what you might be considering these days, and especially in light of COVID. So there's no one is turned away.
Okay. Are there limits to how many people can participate in a workshop? Or?
We're on Zoom, so there are no limits, and you can be anywhere. We've had last year we had tremendous response from people all over, so it was really quite fun to have that as well as a new experience for us, and we get to bring people to Nanaimo, put Nanaimo in the spotlight, and really shine the light on the culture that of the people here, as well as some guests to this land, to this Nanaimo territory.
So I'd like to hear more about the lineup of artists who are participating this year. Holly, give us a little information about them.
It's so exciting, and we're honored to have Elder Gary Manson open every day with blessings, teachings, and whatever he chooses to bring. He is from the Snuneymuxw Nation, and it's an honor to be here, and we are so excited to have him come every day and work with us. And then the day is followed by classes from Jacky Essombe and Yuro Nokusi, who are from the continent of Africa, each from their own countries. He's from North Benin and she's from Cameroon. And they bring lessons about the experience of community and how every aspect of community is important, every person in community is important, and the joy connection that brings, and how it sets people on solid ground as they grow and mature. And become active, functioning participants in governance and daily life, I guess. Then we also have AJ Megaman, who teaches hip-hop. He's so great with the kids. He's from Congo and has been teaching Body Talk a few times. They love him. He makes them laugh. Very fun. And Sirreal, who has a tremendous history. He is extraordinary working with teens. They really relate to him because he supports them in bringing out some of the deeper emotions that they're experiencing and have a little harder time expressing. And our headliner is Notorious Cree. Notorious Cree is well-known Indigenous man who has been making a name for himself on TikTok with 2.5 million followers. He also has a tremendous story of how dance brought him off the streets as a young person to the place he is today. And then ultimately he connected back to his culture through dance. I think it's one of the things that is beautiful about this program is that it brings artists who is in some way touch on every aspect of our behavioral and physical development into adulthood, and really helps to put expression and voice to all those parts of us that do that anyway. And it helps us to bring awareness to how we do that.
Wonderful. I would like to say thank you, HiP. We look forward to this year's wonderful Hip Hop PoW 2021 event. For more information, visit the Crimson Coast Dance Society and get your tickets today.